Not the defensive, what we're up against. Just turn to Luke chapter 10. I want you guys just to read it right now as I'm turning here. Just read Luke chapter 10. And even we'll read the first few verses in Luke chapter... no, go ahead. Just read Luke chapter 10. Go ahead. That whole chapter. Go to a partner, maybe one or two people, and think about and ask this question. Do you think Jesus' ministry was a come-to-me gospel or a go gospel? I want you guys to ask that question. Was this a come gospel or a go gospel? What did Jesus tell the disciples to do? Did he tell them come and make church, or did he tell them to go and do church and then talk about your insights? Just one or two people, just turn into your... when you're done reading that chapter. Let me give you guys a premise of Luke chapter 10. You guys, as you guys begin to discuss this, that Jesus has 70 disciples. The night before, he appointed the 12, and he gave them all authority to cast out every demon, heal sick people, and to proclaim the kingdom to all the towns and all the villages. Then the next day, he gathers 70 other disciples, and now he has 82 disciples, and he gives them a mission. And he says, I want you guys to go, pray to the Lord of the harvest, ask him to send out workers into the harvest fields. Don't take anything with you, and go and proclaim the kingdom and plant churches. He doesn't say it explicitly there, but that's what happens. And he sends them out 2 by 2. 2 is always better than 1, right? Because one goes down, the other one can pick them back up. Because church is the smallest unit of 2. So he sends out little churches to go make churches. And he sends them out 42 or 40, about 40 church planting teams of 2. And they go into the towns and villages, they proclaim the kingdom, and churches get planted everywhere, demons get kicked out, people get healed, dead get raised, and the glory of God flips upside down the entire cities, towns, and villages because of these 42 that went out 2 by 2, these 40 teams. Now, I want you guys to think about that. If Jesus was on your campus today, and he gathered 2 of you from your campus, what do you think he would tell you to do in order to have an effective ministry on campus to bring revival and transformation? Turn around and talk to each other after you read this. Just go ahead and talk to each other for about a few minutes. Let me give you guys just a little bit of insight. He just appointed the 12 disciples the night before. They didn't have a chance to go to seminary training. They didn't get a chance to go to church planting school. All right? They were just hanging out with Jesus for one night. He appoints them. They've been with him for a little bit of while, but then he finds 70 others, and he just says, hey guys, go. Huh? Go. I give you my credit card. I give you authority. Go. And they go out there, and they flip the towns upside down for the glory of God. Now, we got to understand something, that Jesus somehow trusts in people so much that he's willing to let them go. And he empowers them, and he gives them a vision, and he gives them a mission, and he says, all power and authority is with you. Go out, plant churches, bring revival, and transform the cities and the towns and the villages. A lot of the times, you guys, we think of evangelism, discipleship, church planting, and movements like this. We think, well, first of all, we got to evangelize. Once we evangelize them, praise God. Now we evangelize them, get them saved. Now we got to bring them to Sunday church so that they can get discipled. So then we have the discipleship process. Now, the discipleship process can last anywhere from 2 years to a whole lifetime in a church. You might go through, how many of you guys have been through a 2-year discipleship program? Or, and so we think that, discipleship is Wednesday night, 2 hours for 6 weeks, and that's discipleship. And we have this understanding that we kind of go from one thing to the next. From discipleship, we have a proving period. Now, if you want to be a leader of a cell group, you want to be a leader of your campus ministry, then you got to actually prove yourself in order to actually do something for God. And then all the Asian kids go, I can't do it, I'm insecure because my mama never said I could do anything right. And so, we need to learn something from the other cultures. But you have a proving period. Then after that, maybe we can do some kind of ministry, church planting in this context, and actually get something done. And after that, we have leadership development. We go to seminary. Because if you really want to go do something right for God, then you better go to an institution. Now, I go to seminary. I have nothing against seminary. He graduated from Fuller. I'm getting my master's at Fuller right now. So I believe in seminary. But if any time training impedes obedience, any time you have to be taken away from the harvest and it impedes, it stops the work of God going forward, you will not see a movement. You will not see a church planting movement. We need to see the process a lot more like this. In a church planting movement, and what you see here in Luke chapter 10, it looks a lot more like this. Jesus says, yeah, that's right, go. What? Just go. You don't hang out with them, cast out demons. What? Go. And they just go, and they do evangelism, they disciple right away, they're planting churches, at the same time they're evangelizing, they're discipling, at the same time they're doing it all, and they're planting more. And because of that, a movement starts happening, and what's so crazy, in China and Cuba and these places where they're seeing these church planting movements happen, is that they'll win new believers right away. And the moment they grow to more than 20 in a household, they have to send that new believer to go plant another church because they don't have any more room in their house. Now you say, well, isn't that heretical? And what happens with that new believer? How can they lead that new group? How many of you guys know if I have a son, I'm going to love that son and take care of that son? So if I reproduce a son, I guarantee you, his son's going to be coming back to dad and going, Dad,